School Choir for the beautiful rendition, and I also thank the management and the chief guest for lighting the lab.
Welcome is a band that echoes warmth, love and hospitality. Let's not forget our old tradition, where there is a beauty in welcoming everyone with lots of respect.
Already Nandini has described my father's nature and attitude. They were minimally educated, but still they made it a point to educate all of us. My two brothers and two sisters, we all educated and became what today we are. So this day is a very important day for us because my brother is celebrating Foundation Day in the commemoration of my father. So basically, I don't want to talk much. I don't want to waste your time because everybody is hungry now. Probably we should want to have your lunch. So only few things I want to tell. Education, how it is important. Because it has made me today. And that's how the teacher surfaces about everybody. The best teacher, what you have found, is in and around 5th September. What you have come across is Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan. He was one of the best teachers, known as a best teacher, philosopher, educationist, president, white president, Bharat Ratna Award, everything he was there. So he had a tremendous respect for the teachers. So still, even I am today consultant after 50 years of my medical graduation. Still, I respect my teachers because whatever today we are there, it is because of a teacher. Because every student in their life, they idolized one other person and you try to imitate like him. This is everybody's. So now, there is a small request to the teachers, make your students aim-oriented, visionary, and as per the education and the child and their age, you have focused their career. And you should always see that they should participate in some or other way. And teachers' duty is to participate not only intelligent students, because intelligent students always remain intelligent. Your duty is to participate and groom the other people who are little, but not better than the first or second students. So that's how you try to find out a good things from your students and try to inculcate and try to make them. So participation in academically, participation non-academically, you find out the talent and try to train them accordingly. This is very important, a character of a teacher. You remember, there is no Teachers' Day in Japan. Why? Because one person was traveling in a train and old person, usually we make a seat for the old person, not for the younger people. But one of the older person was sitting on the chair and he made a seat for one person who was younger than him. So then why you know that? Because this person had an ID card of a teacher. He had an ID card. So then why teachers are so much respected in Japan? Because they never celebrate as a day. Every day is a celebration for the teacher. Because they got a privilege for the shopping, privilege for the teaching, privilege for the traveling, everything. So such a good importance they have given in Japan and they never imitate. Always they say the teachers is a privileged personality. So today in my career also, always I idolize my teacher because even doctor you become, somebody has to be teacher only. Not that only primary or secondary teachers will be there, but after doctors also, we are becoming teacher. We learn and the learning process is never ending process. Till death you learn. So you never think once you pass the graduation, you have completed the studentship. No. Whole life you are a student. Some or other thing you will learn from your experience and learning process. Don't make it to die. You keep it ending. So this is the beauty of it. Always. So remember that a good teacher should always see that student participates, has his focus and go to this and make him intellectuals, and this is our duty as a teacher. So today I dedicate my presence in presence of this whatever this one function is there. So for that I always respect teacher and dedicate my talk to today's teacher. That is always very important. Always a good teacher should teach experience, and the better teacher tells intelligence, and the best teacher always inspires. So this inspiration you should get from your teachers. I always request, see, it is not only the curriculum, see that extracurriculum is also important to groom a student, groom everybody. So I wish all the best for the student, and especially special thanks to Nandini. Probably you may not believe how big entrepreneur she is. She was 2 years overseas in the UK. She has learned so many good things and a lot of good values she has brought from there. And now she look after whole my brother's business and the school in a very good way. In the sense, see, always be scientifically you grow. Don't grow like unnecessarily, nothing is there. You have to have evidence, economic, how growth you are getting is there, what vision is there. Keeping an aim is not a sin. Not necessarily you should achieve it, but keep a vision, keep an aim always and try to achieve it. Thank you. Best luck.
Trustees of Sri Samudara Ragoji Memorial School, trustee, principal, staff and students of SDRMS. It is a great pleasure to participate and say few words on this third foundation day of SDRMS. My father, Sri Damodar Ragoji, came to Kalaburagi from Rajeshwar for his children's education. Even though he was not educated, gave good education to all his children and grandchildren. All my siblings are highly qualified and today they are serving the society in many fields like finance, business, education and medical. My mother, Srimati Kamalabai Ragoji, was a key person and backbone to achieve my father's goals. My father was very kind towards poor and needy people and helping them. This life is great inspiration to our family. My father's humble and helping nature is carried forward. My brother and president of Sri Damodara Ragoji Memorial Trustee is the main pillar in promoting education. We are grateful to my brother Ramchandra D. Ragoji, sister-in-law Meera Ragoji, and daughters, trustees Miss Manosri and Miss Nandini Ragoji. And Miss Mandini Ragoji, trustee and CEO of Ragoji Groups, and Vishnu Keloji, trustee of SDRMS, for efforts to develop and run the institute successfully. Last but not least, Miss Nandini R. Ragoji, my niece, is looking after the day-to-day activities of SDRMS efficiently and helping her parents in their business. Recently, she was awarded as the best business woman. I am very thankful to all concerned for giving me the opportunity to say few words. Thank you, everyone.
A principal is not just a leader, but a guardian of hope, a weaver of dreams, and an architect of futures. It is our privilege to have Pramod Naikar sir at the helm of our school. May I request our respected principal sir to address the gathering.
Dignitaries on the dais, teachers and dear students, a warm good afternoon to one and all. This is the third year we are celebrating the Founders Day in the school campus. Every time when we celebrate it, there is a question mark why we need to celebrate. Some says the Founders Day has to be celebrated in the memory of that person who has come up with the institution. Some people say that you don't need reason to help, just you can help. And that's what today the Ragoji family is doing here. Building an institution is not so easy. Coming up with the institution or coming up with the life is not so easy. It takes a lot of pain and dedication. In this occasion, that is in this beautiful occasion, we see that our teachers are also being honored here, who have completed their 5 years journey with the institution. That shows the trust of the teacher in the institution and the trust of the management in the teacher, and we honor them, and it is what they deserve. So long back when I was talking to Ramchandra sir, I was just asking him, sir, how did you come up with the finance? So he told me about the finance, how he started it. So there he spoke few lines which are still in my mind. He told me, sir, I, myself and my wife, we both together we started. And the early days it was very difficult for us to run the finance. Whoever we have lent the money, to get back the money we need to catch those people. And it was a time where I need to street whole night in the footpath on a street side to catch only those people whom he has lent the money. Now we need to keep in our mind. Now today we say Raghuji Groups is one of the largest NBFCs in the North Karnataka. It has not grown like that only. There is a lot of dedication, lot of pain, lot of efforts which are being put over there. So we need to understand that when you want to achieve something, you need to come out of your comfortable zone. I remember sir has completed his graduation in the engineering. If you would like to be, you would have been an engineer today. But sir never thought that to be engineer. Engineering was his, a comfortable zone. He has studied, he is an engineer. But he left that engineer as separate and become a financier. And today, he is the largest NBFC in the North Karnataka. On this moment, though, I would like to tell you one small story. You heard about Adidas? What is Adidas? What is Adidas? Manufacturing of shoes, right? So Adidas is a company where shoes are manufactured. Today we see Adidas is a global brand. You see the tennis player, you see football players, you see cricket players. Everyone has got a ad of the Adidas. And those shoes are used today in the sports also because they are one of the best manufacturers in the shoes, especially into the field of sports also. So how did the company started? Eddie Dazzler was the name of the person who started the company. He started his manufacturing of the shoes in the bathroom of his house. Where? Bathroom of the house. Today Adidas is a global brand. The shoes will cost you more than 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, 10,000 are there. And we need to understand one thing about the Adidas, that Adidas manufacturing, Eddie Dazzler, he started his cobbling work where? In the bathroom. Now when they were a cobbler, they started to mend the shoes. They had a thought that, okay, we need to bring one of the best brands from our end into the market. So how can we brought? Already there were so many brands. Now sitting into a bathroom and you prepare shoes and you feel that people will purchase them? No. So they thought that first is what people accept from us. They used to go outside of every stadium, meet the athlete, ask them, what type of shoes do you accept? Because one or the other shoe in those days, there was an issue with that. And people keep on telling their, whatever they require, what are their requirements in the shoes. So the one whole year, they started with the same thing. In 1949, first time they came up with a brand called as an Adidas and they registered with the 3 strips. The shoes has got 3 strips on the shoes over there. They made the registration of that and they gave it as a name as Adidas. In the year 1954 in the Olympics, it was after 10 years, German won against, Bulgarian nation in the football final. During that time, the German people, the football players, they wore a shoes called as an Adidas. And from that day, in 1954 till today, the Adidas become as a global brand. When they won the football after a decade, that is after a 10 year, everywhere there was a news. People, what they used as a brand as an Adidas, everybody started to see it. They promoted. And Adidas become one of the global brands today. Same thing. What do we see is Raghuji Finance became as the largest NBFCs in the North Karnataka as they put lot of efforts. When he told me that, sir, I slept on the street. Now you imagine, such a great person in Gulbarga, one of the toppest or 10 richest person, among 10 people is one of the richest person. He slept on the street only to bring his business. That shows the dedication. What it is called? Dedication. So, I said in my speech at the beginning that we don't require reason to help. Now they didn't come to the reason that we need to help someone who is very poor. No. They just had a thought that help. The reason is today what they help and what we see from them, today there might be someone from you who will grow like this and help the society in the future. One more important thing about today's program is, as in the speech Mangla ma'am was telling, the 5 children for the Sir Damodar Raghuji. So I feel after a long time, all the 5 children of Damodar Raghuji have come on one dais. After a long time, I feel so. So I was asking ma'am, so do Dr. Sir, today's chief guest, Dr. Vijay Raghuji will come to the Gulbarga. She said, no sir. He is very busy because he is one of the famous urologists in Solapur. I asked, do you go? Ma'am asked, do you see our schedule? Is it possible for us to go? Then I thought, okay, this was a dais where we brought all the family members under one roof and they have spent somewhere around 3 hours on this dais today. It will be a great memorable day for us and for them also. So on this occasion, I just like to tell you, when there are things which we call difficult, we will see it in 2 things. One is challenge and a difficult. But remember, always when you come up with the difficult things, you will achieve something in the life. By saying these words, I conclude my speech and thank you very much.